Welcome back once again. Just in time, I have all these flavor packing ingredients laid out in front of me because today I'm making chimichurri. Now, chimichurri is a raw sauce that comes originally from Southern and Central America, used typically to top or to baste grilled or sautéed meats, okay? So we're gonna jump right in here. I got 3 ounces of cilantro. We're gonna use all of that. 3 ounces of parsley, about a tablespoon of fresh oregano. Now this is 1 whole clove of elephant garlic, as you can see here. Pretty large piece of garlic. So you can use 4 to 6 regular pieces of garlic. Again, this is not exact measurements. This is kind of more of to taste. So if you want a lot of garlic, go ahead and use as much as you want. Same thing with these peppers. I'm using fresh red chilies. I'm gonna use all 3 of these with the seeds. If you want less spicy, you're not really into the heat, by all means use 1 or use half, or don't even use it at all. It's not necessary for this dish here. Salt and black pepper is to taste. I'm going to be using about 3/4 to an entire cup of olive oil and 2 to 3 tablespoons of red wine vinegar. The most important part of this, to keep it as close to traditional as possible, we're not going to be using a blender or a food processor to make this. We're going to be doing it all by hand, so make sure you have a really sharp knife. Let's get started. Things first, make sure you wash off and pick out any undesirable parts from your bundles of herbs. So if there's any wilted or rotten leaves, strip them, throw them away. Cut off the very far ends of the bundles. I like to use the whole thing of the cilantro and the parsley because all the stems are very flavorful. However, I'm not so into it on the oregano. The stems are more twiggy. They're kind of woody. Those I just throw away. Okay, so now once you got them cleaned, dry them off a little bit, and we're gonna chop them up real fine. Now that all this is chopped up quite nicely, we're gonna get our bowl and get started mixing our ingredients together. Really the technique here, and especially until you get comfortable with this, and you've made it a couple times, start with less, moderate yourself, taste as you go, and you'll figure out where you wanna be with your ingredients, especially as far as the garlic, the peppers, the vinegar. So I'm just gonna start off with 3/4 of a cup of olive oil, and if we need later, we can add in that additional 1/4 cup. Okay? I know I love garlic. I know I've made this recipe, so I'm gonna go ahead and add all the garlic in. If you're unsure, start with 1 clove. Start with 2 cloves. Taste it, see where you're at. Same thing with these chilies. Okay? Add those chilies in there. Mix it in. If maybe you're real sensitive to spice, you don't know how you're gonna handle this. Okay, start here, taste this, see where it's at, okay? I know I love the spice, throw it all in. Okay, now it's time, gonna add my parsley, my cilantro. The rest of the oregano in here as well. I did 2 tablespoons of vinegar. Again, at this point, taste it. Do you want a little bit more zing, a little bit more of a punch in there? Add a little bit more vinegar. This is to your personal preference. I would just say start at 1 or 2 and add it. Once you put too much, it's very hard to fix it back to where you'd like it. It's always easy to add just a little bit more. So start low and add. A little salt. I'm using pink salt. You can use the salt of your choice. I'm using a multi-blend of peppercorn. Stir that in. At this point, give it a taste again. See where you're at. See what you like. Now, this is just about finished. But look, are you going to be using this to baste at all? Are you going to be wanting to have more oil than just almost like right now it's more of like a relish kind of consistency. You want a little bit more oil so you can really throw it on top of your meat as it's searing. You can do that, not a problem. Add more oil, okay? Mix all of that in. Taste it again. See where you like it. See where you're at. This is really amazing, amazing stuff. Incredibly fresh. Let this marinate now. At least 20 minutes. You can do this for a few hours overnight. It'll be amazing. Pack an amazing amount of flavor by the morning. You can use it for your seafood, poultry, steak, basically any kind of meat, even vegetarian substitutions. You can use it with tofu. You can do all kinds of things. This is incredible stuff. There it is. Incredibly incredible hand-chopped chimichurri reconsolidated into a storage dish. Man, it's incredible how simplistic it is, and yet the perfumes that come off of it are extravagant. The flavor is incredible. Amazing even on its own, let alone with whatever you're barbecuing, grilling, sauteing. It just adds so much in such a natural, classic, traditional way. I really hope that you try it, and please put the love and effort in to use your knife and your hands to really give it that special texture that it was meant to have. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe and check out what I've got coming up next.